Drop what you're doing
and text your friends.
We're live. We are Lauren
and Morgan.
And we're two sisters with a 15-year age gap.
Yeah. So we're really excited to have you guys here today because we're going to be kind of diving into who we are and maybe getting into some good topics.
So, Morgan.
Yeah.
I was 15 when you were born.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up with a sister who was 15 years older than you?
What's crazy is I never even thought anything of it until people made a big deal about it. I just always thought of her as like the older, cooler sister that...
I was cool.
Yeah. Well, especially when, let's preface, this is kind of goes into our topics later, but like you would get me like Juicy Couture, zip ups and like cool designer jeans and people would compliment me. I'd be like, oh, thanks, my sister got it. Like that was who she was to me. So I didn't think much of it. But how is it growing up with a baby when you were in high school?
I'll say it was kind of wild, but honestly, the best experience and truly shaped me to be the person that I am today. Because like a 15-year-old, you can't help it. You're just like so into yourself. It's just the stage of your life that you're in. Like you're so selfish. Everything's about you and what you're doing and everything that's going on with your friends. And when you have like a baby around, you kind of shift your perspective. And I think that it really taught me how to be like a mom. Not that I was a mom to you, but like it taught me a lot about mothering and has made motherhood for me easier. And it was also fun because you were like a little buddy who wanted to go around and like do everything with me. I remember like driving you in the car and listening to, what's that song? Get Out
by JoJo.
Yes. We would like blast that. I had a little VW convertible and we'd be blasting it, listening to her tunes. And yeah, it was really fun. But what was a little uncomfortable was the fact that people used to think that she was my kid.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Like pushing around a stroller at the mall. Cause I would just like take her. I'd like want to go do things with her. And so I'd be like pushing around in a stroller and people would give me the dirtiest looks. And I was like, she's not my child.
Yeah. I think genuinely the only negative feedback I got were from random people. Like, and not my friends, like no one ever thought of it, but obviously they know us. But the only things I can think of, well, one time my high school teacher, Spanish teacher, was like, oh, so you were a mistake. I said, oh, thanks.
Rude.
Especially in front of other people in class. That one was wild. But overall, most people were pretty, like they bit their tongue. They were pretty nice about it. But
I mean, like what could they really say?
No, it's true. But it was just funny to me. That was like the only really negative experience that I had about it. Everyone else was just so like, oh, she's cool. So I didn't think anything of it.
My ego is getting bigger by the minute. And I think what's cool now is that we never really had like the sibling fighting thing. Like we were never arguing over toys or like you stole my shirt or like any of that kind of stuff. We each kind of had our own time with mom and dad, like as only children. And so I feel like we each got a lot of attention in that way. And then now that we're getting older, we're developing this friendship that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. A lot of people had the misconception that, I don't know, I think people get to know me and they're like, oh, you're more mature or you don't seem like an only child. And I'm like, well, I'm technically not. Like I had that age difference, but I had you and, mom and dad to like model what like good behavior and like family was like. Not to say that people that are only children don't, but I had the understanding of like having a sibling and what that looks like without, like you said, like all the
rivalry.
Yeah. All the fighting and everything. Like we didn't have to go through that, which was pretty good for helps our relationship.
I feel like it's the best of both worlds.
Yes. We got basically the fun stuff without too much of the negative stuff, which is great. And
now you're getting kind of the same experience I did with my kids. Like you're kind of learning the parenting side. So you'll be way more prepared than your friends will be.
Yeah, no. And that's what I was just talking to you about recently. I feel like I know a lot of the secrets, if you will, of like motherhood and family just from being around the girls and seeing, them from infancy to now. Like there's just a lot of things that people have preconceptions about, or they maybe don't understand how difficult like raising a kid is. Not that people know, they say they know until they actually do it. And obviously I'm not a parent myself, but I still got to see some of that. And that's really good experience to know like basically the ins and outs.
Yeah. And now you get to be the cool aunt.
Yes. Which is very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it's fun being the cool aunt, being trendy and loved. It's now or never. My kids are going to be like, oh, Mom, you're so boring. I'll be like, at one point I wasn't. Y'all.
It'll be a while before because my kids still think I'm cool. So you got a while.
Yeah. No, that's good. Layla and Ellie are the best. So.
Okay. So let's share a couple more like fun facts about each other. Tell me about your horoscope. You're pretty into horoscopes.
Yes, I love the horoscopes. I'm a Pisces. So I feel like Pisces get a bad rap. They are supposed to be crybabies, supposed to be like head in the clouds. Like we know we're apparently not supposed to be, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of told as being like not smart, like Bubbles in Powerpuff Girls. Like that's who I think of. Like that's who I'm.
We're bringing it to Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, and I'm like I'm more than just Bubbles. Like I'm like a blossom. Like I'm multifaceted. No, but actually I'm very emotional. I do agree with that. Because of my swimming career, I do connect with water and I do have a tendency to daydream. So I do agree with that, but I do think I'm a little more complex than the horoscopes make me out to be. But what about you and your horoscope? Like,
so I'm a Capricorn, and I feel like I'm pretty classic Capricorn, like very determined, very goal oriented, very much like want the comforts in life, and like will work hard to have like a cushy, comfortable life, like value status, which I hate, but it is true. Like I do care about that. That's one trait that I don't love about myself, but yeah, it rings true.
We are known for our champagne taste.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the two of us. It's funny. We will find things that we're like, oh, this is cute. And of course, it's like the most expensive out of all the options. Like we didn't choose this life.
No.
This life chose us.
Yeah, but put me in any store and I will go find the most expensive thing. Like not to prove a point. I'm just drawn to it. I'm like, you're $1,000? Give me. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's something. Well, and to be fair, like our parents, I feel like they
like the finer things.
They like the
life.
finer things, and they bestowed that upon us. So
thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, that's the cross we now bear.
All right, now Enneagrams, though.
Yes,
I feel like we're kind of similar. Our Enneagrams kind of overlap, and that's where maybe we like show a little bit more of our similarities in our personalities.
Yes. For sure. So I'm a 2 wing 3. So basically I'm supposed to be, I forget the exact term, like the helper.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to be, I guess, I just kind of go back to, now I'm going to get into Harry Potter houses, but like everyone assumes I'm a Hufflepuff. And in the past.
You do give Hufflepuff energy.
And you know what? In the past that kind of annoyed me, not because, I think because Hufflepuffs are deemed as weak. Okay. So I kind of was like, I'm not a weak character in this, novel. I would be more than that. But I guess the one thing it does come back to is that I'm very loyal. I am very loyal and I do love to help people.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And then wing 3, it kind of ties in because I am ambitious and passionate. I think it's really easy for people to say, well, that doesn't really go together, like wanting to be helpful but then really want to like go after on your own. But that's who I am. I'm very driven once I have my mind set on a goal, similar to you.
Yes.
So we're very alike in that way, but I love helping people. So it's like both of that together I think makes sense for me. And
I'm the opposite. So I'm 3 wing 2. Very similar to Capricorn, honestly, but maybe I feel like with Enneagram, it's more about like they call it like the charmer, and I don't necessarily consider myself like a charmer, but like projecting like this image of like having it together, and again caring about status and appearances and like how you're valued, like kind of seeing your value in what you accomplish. And again, that's something I feel like I'm working on. I have to kind of fight against it, because obviously I'm worth more than like what my job is or what I'm working on, but that is kind of one of my intrinsic motivators.
Well, and I think they kind of tie in together, because if you're thinking that for you to be deemed successful, that you have to check all these boxes, then helping people is one of those checking off those boxes for people to view you better. So I think together they make sense. And I feel like that both shows who we are. We kind of both we think about a lot of how other people perceive us. So, and now we're starting a podcast.
I know.
Where everyone's perceiving us.
What are you thinking about us right now? Don't tell me, actually, because I don't like to show emotion, but I feel them inside, and my feelings do get hurt, even if I don't cry very often.
I'm the opposite. I cry every day,
Yeah.
probably. Thank you, TikTok.
I like to lock it up inside. Unless I'm watching a dog video, because we were just talking about this the other day. Like the dog videos that I keep getting served, we have a deep love for dogs.
Huge love for dogs.
Very deep love. And I keep getting served these stories about these like abandoned dogs, these horribly treated animals. I mean, and the end is good. The pets are always saved. They have like a lovely new home and they're thriving. But I'm literally crying watching these dog videos.
No, I genuinely think that they want to make you feel bad. Like, I don't know why else. Even the happy videos make me cry. They're like reunited. I'm like, oh, and now I'm sobbing on the couch. Or this dog finally, found a home from the shelter, and it's been in the shelter for like 2 years.
Yes, that is the latest one that got me. There was like this dog who had been in the shelter for like 3 years and finally got adopted. And they were showing videos of it like running outside in its house. And I was just weeping by myself.
I mean, I feel like that, if that doesn't tell you about us, I don't know what will. Because the thing about us, and let me tell you a little story about Lauren and her dogs. So she's a couple dogs.
Yes.
If she would want more.
I would take another.
Yeah. And if it was up to me, I would have a farm of dogs. But that's just like another side note. But we got a dog last Thanksgiving. So around Thanksgiving, it was like a week or so before. But we decided to go to the shelter to look, quote unquote, look
at puppies. Though they were the sweetest little puppies.
Little beautiful puppies. We were like, oh, we have to go see it. And we went there, and there was at the minute we met the puppies, it was like, oh no, we're done for. Lauren's like, we're not leaving without getting one of these dogs.
Yeah, I literally had to tell my husband that, and thankfully he didn't fight me on it. But
our mom literally was texting like, "What are you guys doing? Like, why is it taking so long?" Like she knew that.
She knew, yeah. Well, we both started texting her pictures of puppies too, so she said that's when she knew it was over.
Yeah, but she was beautiful dog. Got her, sweet as can be, sweetest dog.
She's a total terror.
Yeah,
but she's very sweet.
Yeah,
she makes up for it with being sweet.
If she wasn't sweet, I genuinely, I don't know what you would do.
I don't know what I would do.
She was crazy, but because she's actually crazy. But
yeah, she's wild, but the most loving dog. Like she smiles. You come in the door and she literally smiles. She lifts her little puppy lips up and she shakes her butt so far back and forth that like her whole body is moving. She just loves people. She just also has like no self-control.
Yeah, none. And the impulse controls zero. And that's why I think she gets so excited about people too. It's just like she can't help like her emotions. She can't hold it in. Like she has too much to give. And so then it comes out. Yeah. And
then the other dog, sweet as can be, poor thing. Yeah. She's anxious. She's nervous about pretty much everything. And we joke that Honey is her support dog, and she kind of is.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know what she would do. Like she's made so much progress being in the house because, we've shown her love and giving her space when she needs it. But yeah, I don't know what she'd be doing without us. She's such a nervous wreck. Even now, you know, she hasn't seen, like me, I don't live there anymore. I come home and she's like, I don't know about you. Like, I need to inspect, make sure you're here for good reasons. And then
what are your intentions?
Yes. Like, why are you here? Like, go home. And then after a bit, she comes up to me, but she takes a second to warm up. She's a little icy at first,
but loves of our lives.
Yes.
Truly.
Yeah. No, literally.
And another love of Morgan's life.
Yeah.
Is food.
100%. Yeah.
One of my favorite games to play is bringing up a food that I know that she loves, because she will go on a tangent for like 20 minutes. The other day we went out to lunch with our parents and we're sitting there and she was talking about like bread or something. And I was like, I know, I'm going to get her. And I was like, well, what about the bread at Longhorn Steakhouse? And she was like, oh my God, the bread. And Mom makes eye contact. Like she knows what I'm doing, but like give her a topic or like a food and she will run with it. Tell you all like the flavor profiles, like what's great about it. Yeah.
Well, what's worse is that I don't pick up on it right away.
No.
Like I just am like, oh, I love to talk about food. So I just keep going. And then after a while I'm like, oh, this was a joke. Like I didn't realize. And I've been doing this since I was like a kid.
Yes. Mom used to say she should be in food commercials because she is just like so expressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loves her food.
I do. It's been a problem. To be fair, to be very fair, I swam for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I was constantly hungry. Always hungry.
I wouldn't know what that was like. But.
Yeah. No, it's like insatiable hunger. So at the time, I just was, you know, eating. And now I still have my love for food. I just don't eat as much, even though I still eat a lot. But not as much. I've gotten better over the years. Thank the Lord.
I remember we would go to Chick-fil-A and you'd have like 2 sandwiches.
Yes. 2 sandwiches, only 1 fry. All right. I didn't get 2 meals and then a drink, but that's still insane to think about. And I wasn't like, I wouldn't even gain weight. Like it was just to keep me at the same weight, like just to maintain, which is.
Yeah. But how many hours were you swimming a day?
Oh gosh, anywhere between, I mean, it varied on the day, but I was doing doubles and then I was also doing dry land, like doing weights and stuff like that. So yeah, 4 to, 6 hours. Yeah.
So you needed 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Yes. No. And you know what? It tasted so good going down. So everyone can, make fun of me for that. But at the time I loved it and I still love Chick-fil-A. So there's your food fun fact for me for the day.
So we wanted to talk for our like main topic of the day, unhinged trends of our youth.
Oh yeah.
Because there have been so many.
So many.
I was like in high school, college in the early 2000s. And so I saw a lot of unhinged trends. One of them being the ultra low rise jeans. Honestly, I don't know what it was about women. Girls were obsessed with like showing their butt cracks, essentially. Like they were wearing thongs out, like the little whale tail. They were getting tramp stamps. They were wearing the lowest of the low rise jeans. I mean, honestly, I blame Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. Like they brought this upon us.
Yeah, no, I mean, even I was wearing not as low, but pretty low rise jeans up until like middle school. And yeah, you couldn't sit down without like shifting in your seat to try and cover so your underwear wasn't popping out.
Like, why was that cute? I don't understand.
Well, it's back.
Well, no.
Not for us, but not for either of us in this room.
I'm not ever going back. Like mid-rise is probably the lowest I will go because it's not comfortable. Like you can't squat in low rise jeans. I remember at one point the really trendy ones were the ones that even had like the waist cut off. Like, so there was no waistband. Like the button was like below the waistband and then it was like frayed at the top to make it look like you had cut them yourself. Like that is diabolical. That was obviously a man who designed those jeans because they were the least comfortable thing that you could wear.
No, I can't even imagine being in high school and like trying to wear those and like the body dysmorphia that comes with that too.
There was so much body dysmorphia. The like diet culture from the 2000s was awful. It was awful because like that was the heyday of like Perez Hilton. Like everyone was so snarky. Everyone was always talking about women's bodies. I remember when Jessica Simpson, I like this one really sticks out in my mind because I remember just feeling like sick about it. She wore like these high-rise jeans and she was performing and everyone was commenting about like how fat she was. And she was like a size 4 or 6. Like she's a small girl. I don't know. It boggled my mind that was what was considered fat. And like, The Simple Life, when Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie were filming, like everyone always talked about how Nicole Richie was the fat one.
Yeah,
like,
which is insane. She's so skinny.
She's so tiny. Skinny. I mean, she's even tinier now, but no, like it was insane.
I just think about Eminem when he did that one music video where he's making fun of Jessica Simpson. Mm-hmm. And, oh gosh, Trisha Paytas actually was the one who starred as Jessica Simpson in it. Uh-huh. And Trisha's beautiful. But they were making fun of her weight, Jessica Simpson's weight in that. Like that was a purposeful jab. And that's kind of wild to think about because she's never been like above of size like 4'6", and at the end of the day, like it doesn't even matter that much. No, so it's crazy.
But there was so much hate around women and women's bodies and what they looked like, and like the crotch shots that the paparazzi used to try and get when the girls were like getting out of their car. It's just, I don't know, it's just disgusting.
Yeah, I think of poor Emma Watson at like, wasn't it on her 18th birthday or something? A paparazzi took a shot up her skirt.
Like, I don't remember that
day. I think it was because they were saying, oh, she's not a minor anymore, so we could do that. Yeah, because was been pretty like vocal about how terrible that time was for her, and I feel so sad when I think about that was allowed. But no joke, this is now the second time we've had to refilm this because we've had major technical difficulties.
You know, it's the first episode. We're learning
a lot.
Yes.
Forcibly. But the good news is that we get to sit back down with each other and chat with you guys. So
yes. And we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so where we left off, we were talking about some of the unhinged beauty trends of like the early mid 2000s when I was like, I guess like high school, college age. And we hadn't touched yet on the beauty.
Yeah.
And I think really the beauty is like the most heinous. It was the worst of all of the unhinged trends because it gave rise to the teeny tiny thin eyebrows.
Which luckily I got to dodge because
I know, like we were the test dummies so that your eyebrows could be thick, bushy, and thriving.
Yes. Thank you to all the women who were so scarred that they gave us a heads up saying, don't touch your eyebrows.
We suffered, not in silence, because I think pretty much everyone from my generation is so angry that was ever a thing. Nobody looks good with like a little tiny pencil drawn eyebrow. Like that wasn't a good look on anybody, and yet we all thought it was the thing.
Yeah, basically I got so scared that I never touched my eyebrows for the longest time because of this, which
you're welcome.
Yeah, now my brows, thank you. So
yeah, and I'm still struggling. I'm still pencil drawing in little lines because I've got sparse areas that will just never recover. I'm not letting my girls touch their eyebrows with tweezers. Like, nope, hands off.
They'll be better off for it in the long run.
They're learning from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Some other beauty trends though, like the body glitter.
I personally love it.
I know. And I can't quite understand. And I think maybe it's because you didn't understand like living with like the pot that looked like hair gel that was filled with like big flecks of glitter and just putting it all over your body.
No, I was lucky. I had the rollerball one.
Yeah, that was an evolution. I think we kind of stepped up when we made it to the rollerball when you weren't just like touching this gooey glue.
Yeah, no, the thing that I remember is the rollerball one from Bath and Body Works that was strawberry scented, of course.
Yes, because Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret were like, they had a chokehold on us, like their scents, like the sweet pea scent that every young girl wanted to smell like.
Yeah, it's actually crazy the classic scents that they had at the time.
They should bring those back.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun throwback.
Oh, 100%.
Bring back sweet pea.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, Bath and Body Works,
Yes.
bring it back.
Yeah.
Just for Lauren.
Just for funsies. It wouldn't just be for me. I feel like a lot of women would love it.
No, 100%.
The nostalgia.
They've been doing a lot of nostalgic things, brands have been lately, so it would fit in perfectly right now.
And the Victoria's Secret scents. I think it was heavenly. It was kind of like vanilla-y, which ties into what's really popular today because people are loving vanilla scents. So I wonder if it's still around. It might be. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I don't really shop there anymore, but I
don't
kind
either.
of want to go and look to see if Victoria's Secret Heavenly is still available. If not, bring it back.
I mean, honestly, I actually was in there recently and I smelled one of their scents. Delightful.
And Victoria's Secret?
Yeah. And
You walked into Victoria's Secret?
I know.
For what?
For
Undergarments?
shout out Madeline's Bachelorette.
Oh, for some lingerie.
For Madeline and
Some
her
lingerie.
new beau. So
Yeah.
Yeah, for her, not for me. But I did just
You did some sniffing?
I just did a little sniff. Because I haven't smelled anything. Like, I never am in Victoria's Secret either. And I was like, oh my goodness, this actually smells really good. I don't know the name of it. So I'm so sorry, people. It was in a red bottle if you're that interested. But it was good. So maybe
maybe we need to go back to Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, maybe their scents are it. I don't know.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
I'm also intrigued.
What I am not intrigued to go back to, though, Sun-In Highlights. It made all of our hair orange. It was miserable. And then the flat iron, the obsession that we had with the flat iron, and we just fried the crap out of her hair.
Yeah, it's, again, I just think of the crimped hair with the straightened bangs.
Yeah.
Not a look.
Not a good look.
And then Blue Crush is what I think of with the
Blue Crush.
for the Sun-In.
Yes.
Everyone wanted to be like a surfer babe.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like the Roxy brand was so hot. We were like, I had a Roxy sticker. Oh God, this is embarrassing. On the back of my car. I had like a little Nissan Altima, like very practical, uncool car. But I mean, I had a car, so that was good. But I mean, I put like a Roxy bumper sticker on. Had I ever been surfing before? No.
Yeah, in the middle of Texas.
No, I had not.
Definitely
but no. But like that surfer girl chic thing, it was it.
Yeah. No, and I mean, you know what? I also love that aesthetic, but growing up in California, like,
yeah, it's a little more fitting.
It's a little more fitting. Well, I was in NorCal, so maybe slow down.
You're a little bit more outdoorsy. Like,
Yes.
I feel like California is very outdoorsy.
No, 100%. The guys were like skater aesthetic and some surfer, and I loved it. I was like, this is just, it's relaxed, it's fun, it's cute.
This brings me back to like the Sun-In, but with the boys and the way they did the frosted tips, that like scarred me for life. I hope that never comes back.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Shout out Justin Timberlake.
Yes, and his ramen noodle crunchy curls.
Yeah, he was. You look back at those pictures and you're like, what were you thinking?
I know, and every woman was just like, oh my God, he's so dreamy. Never thought that he was dreamy.
And
I just didn't get on board.
You're on the right side of history for that.
I am, because we look at him differently now.
Yeah. Sorry, JT. Moving on.
Moving on, maybe we should talk about something that I feel like my generation really birthed and you guys have kind of run with, is the advent of social media. Because I feel like we really paved the way for you guys with the MySpace and oh God, that sounded so grandma. The MySpace with MySpace and Facebook.
The Facebook.
Shut up. I'm a grandma. Okay, whatever. But this is like really dating me. But when I was in college, like you had to have the EDU email to get Facebook, and it was such a hot thing, and we felt like so safe and secure because it was like only young kids on there to just like post whatever. And the unhinged photos that live on Facebook, like I cringe a little bit thinking about all of those albums that we were posting after a night out, just like uploading our digital cameras and just posting and tagging everyone. Didn't matter like what you looked like, you were getting tagged.
Yeah. How's that aging now?
Not well.
Especially for some of y'all. Clean out your Facebook.
I know. This is a really good reminder. I'm pretty sure that I made those private a few years back, but I should double check on that because like people do not need to see those photos.
No, let the people know.
No. I have evolved. We're allowed to evolve, and I'm not that girl anymore.
Bring her back for one night and one night only.
See, the problem is if I bring her back from one night, I'll be in pain for weeks. It's not the same. I don't have that like stamina that I did when I was 21.
Yeah, but you know what? Those pictures honestly are iconic. And that's why everyone's now obsessed with digital cameras again, because
Yes.
there's a reason for it. The grainy, like fun, it's like, because again, they were casual, they were chill.
Yeah.
Like snap a quick pic of us with a beer cup on my head, like something stupid. But you know what? It's fun and it's real.
Mm-hmm. And it was like lighthearted in the moment. Like we were just living and being silly and young, and it was fun.
Yeah, be goofy. Bring back being goofy and real.
Okay, I could get down with that, but not the photos.
Okay, fair enough. Delete them.
Yes, please.
Off your Facebook.
Or like share them with your girlfriends, relive the moment, and then be like, goodbye.
Thank you for the life.
Yeah. Thank you for the memes.
Yeah.
I send you off with this.
Exactly. The last funeral pics.
Yes. Okay, now what about the unhinged trends of your generation?
Okay, so to preface, I'm gonna kind of roll it back to like middle school, high school age, but and because when I was in middle school, that's like when my brain like developed, and I was like, oh, I must be on trends.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's when you started to care.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I always cared about clothes, but middle school hit, and you know how middle school is. Tough times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to get into that, but the couple things that was happening, and it was fueled by social media, but Tumblr was the rage.
Yeah.
If you were on Tumblr, you were cool. Like, and there were two real camps in Tumblr. The one side, which was like the Tumblr girls that were wearing a boho flower crown, looking off into the distance with their baby lips and posting Starbucks drinks. And then we also had the other camp, which were kind of like grunge indie kind of style.
I never saw that side of Tumblr, but I wasn't really on Tumblr, so maybe that's why I didn't see it. But like when I think back to Tumblr, all I think about is like the boho, pretty floral vibes.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I definitely saw both.
There was a dark side.
There was a dark side of Tumblr, and I was on it. No, I'm joking. But it's like, no, I mean, think about it. It's like that's where all the combat boots and the combat boots were so hot. And, you know, I do wish I don't have pictures of me wearing combat boots. Who did I think I was? I wasn't that edgy. But like that, and then like the super tight black skinny jeans. Shout out Luke Hemmings. Lauren,
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Lauren doesn't know who it is. The lead singer of 5 Seconds of Summer. He's who I think of just because him and all his bandmates were wearing the tightest, skinniest jeans possible. Like,
yeah, I never got down with that trend for men, the really itty bitty skinny jeans.
No, and I'm not saying that should come back, but that's what I think of, like that. But then I also think of Vanessa Hudgens at Coachella.
Yes.
She's
a queen. We stan
her. No. We love Vanessa Hudgens in this house. No, she is fantastic. She was one of the first people to really, I mean, not that she was like one of the first, because there was multiple celebrities that were all dressing up at that time, but she was like iconic at the time for her outfits. Like she was literally labeled like the queen of Coachella, and for good reason too. But yeah, this is at that time when no one was dressing up for Coachella yet. It was like you wore jeans and a shirt to concerts and festivals. And there she was wearing her beautiful long locks, like waved out, and her
Gorgeous.
flowy shirts. And yeah, she's beautiful.
She really like changed the game
Yeah.
for like festival wear.
Exactly. And it really fit in with the bohemian style that was like trending at that time. And so when I think of, festival wear, and even to this day, a lot of festival wear is still like going back and recreating her outfits.
Yes. Very boho.
Yeah. And I love her for it. Vanessa, if you're listening to this,
We love you.
I love you. Please tell me your secrets. But no, yeah, I think that was like the main thing. And like in terms of beauty and stuff, we're going to get into makeup. That was also one that I
That was rough.
happy not to be recreating. It was just full beat, full face all the time, thanks to the Insta baddies, thanks to Kylie Jenner and her King Kylie era. Like
Everything was so matte. Like you couldn't even see like if the person had skin. It was just like makeup.
yeah, just layers of concealer and foundation and our Kylie lip kits.
Oh, not the Kylie lip kits. Never again. I don't want to go back to that era where I like my lips were like chalky and hard.
Yeah, so dry. It like the finish on it was not good.
It was not good.
So
but we
sorry,
all
Kylie.
loved it.
Yeah, no, it's like everyone was like, I look better this way, like overlined lips with super. No, we did not.
No, we did not look better.
No. And then like I also think of, to go back to the brows, like I think of Cara Delevingne in her thick, gorgeous brows.
Yeah, she just has naturally gorgeous brows. She's just naturally gorgeous
Period.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just kind of how it was, is like people were looking at Cara Delevingne. She was like one of the hottest models at the time. And that's where you got the thick brows with the pomade going on, which I'm also, thick brows, fine. Thick brows lined out with pomade. Let's not bring that back, please. We can leave that in the past.
Yeah.
It's just wasn't a look for people. Wasn't
Yeah.
a look. But and I feel like that was, I mean, the main things for, face, makeup, whatever. But there's one hairstyle that hasn't made a resurgence that was so hot. The half up, half down bun, also known as the hun.
I lived for that style. I feel like that was like a mom staple. Like all of us, we weren't doing like the full messy bun. We were doing like the half messy bun, and it was like more elevated.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like you could wear that to dinner, going out somewhere. You could also dress up a casual look with the hun, I literally had worn that for sorority recruitment up until like 2019.
I still stand behind it. I think we should bring it back.
I'm actually not against that one. I'm not fully against it. You know why? Because there's nothing similar to it right now.
No.
Everyone just like curls and straightens their hair right now.
Yeah,
Or
there is a lot of like all down or like all up. I feel like I
Slicked
don't
back.
see, the slicked back. I don't see a lot of like half up styles trending. So let's bring back the hun.
Yeah. Maybe in a future episode, we'll be wearing our huns.
Just wait. It's coming back, baby.
We'll bring it back.
Yes. What about social media? Because I feel like your generation has really changed social media.
100%. Like, I think it was a crazy time to be joining social media. I actually think back and I'm like, how are we allowed on social media? Because there weren't really rules yet at the time of ages when you couldn't be on social media.
Yeah, people didn't really understand like the repercussions of being on social media yet. I feel like now we're a little bit more aware.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy to think that we were like 12, 13 on these apps, which I know like 13's the starting age or whatever, but but yeah, Snapchat was big.
That's scary.
So
like
scary.
I don't want to think about middle schoolers and like what they're DMing each other
Yeah.
on Snapchat.
Not great things. I'll tell you that. And especially the future that it disappears in 24 hours. Every parent's nightmare.
Yes.
Should be. Schools too. Like, let's say someone's getting bullied on there. How are you able to
You can't
keep
prove
that?
it.
Yeah, you can't track that information. Very bad.
That's scary.
And it's still being used today, which is like insane. But yeah, it was like the Wild West for Snapchat. Instagram was pretty brand new, pretty hot at the time, which was honestly, like, I loved Instagram. I still do, but at the time that was the social media for me.
Yes, because it was like pre-TikTok. It was like it.
Yeah, you could post anything. Like, and I mean, at the time, it was less photos of us. I mean, you'd get those selfies with your friends. You'd do things like that, but there was a lot of edits. Again, very Tumblr. I used to like go on all these like photo create apps and like merge transparent backgrounds and stuff on my photos. Crazy stuff. I think I was maybe a better photo editor then than I am now. I was like spending my free time editing.
So you
these
weren't
pics.
using like Valencia? You were
No.
like off app? Wow.
Yeah, no.
You were doing the most.
No, we literally, there was these different apps and I can't even remember a name of one right now, but you would take all these transparent and you would like merge multiple of them together to make the backgrounds of your photos like galaxy in the background, but you're in the foreground, like normal color. Yeah.
That's wild.
And then a lot of memes. We were screenshotting and reposting memes.
Yeah, which I never saw on my side of Instagram. Again, like I'm older. I feel like my side of Instagram was way more curated. Like we definitely had the like, here's my latte kind of thing at first, but then it turned so ultra curated. Like everything was peonies and millennial pink backgrounds. Like everything was tinted pink.
No, and 100% it definitely did get, when I was in high school for sure. But I think when I was like in 7th grade, it was kind of madness, like just all over the place, random. I mean, that's when it was like for a TBH. Did you ever get that?
No.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So you would like someone's photo and they would send you a TBH, like, TBH, I don't really know you, but you seem really nice and blah, 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 blah. Like they would comment this back to you because you liked the photo.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why that was a thing.
This is like brand new news to me. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't even know how that started or how that became popular, but it was like a thing to like, you'd go on the notes app on your phone and like write out text, screenshot that, then post that back on Instagram.
Oh, wow. So you didn't even like DM it to them, like you did your screenshot of your notes app.
Well, for the actual post, but then you would go and comment on one of their posts, like the TBH.
Okay.
So you'd go back onto some random like photo that they last posted and comment and be like, TBH, whatever you wanted to tell them.
I learned something new today.
Yeah. Again, craziness. Let's maybe not bring that one back too, but that was just so cringy, but it was so, I feel like that was like so young kid though. Like
For sure.
Cause that's like when you're like, do you like me? Like who likes who? Like that's when and it's all like social power and structure. So you like want people to like you.
Yes.
Which is just crazy. But the other two ones that I'll mention is Vine.
Yeah, I totally missed out on Vine. I feel like I missed that moment.
R.I.P. Vine. Vine is like the more chaotic, older brother or sister to TikTok. It was just, crazy moments. It was way more candid. Well, it depended. There was like video edits of like your favorite celebrities, like fan art videos, like there is on TikTok. And then there was, again, just a lot of comedy and skits, like planned out skits, which we also see now. And then on top of it, just again, random moments, like people saying something stupid that just happened to get captured on video and posted on Vine. And Vine was like, I forget how many seconds, but it's like it was like 8 seconds.
Yeah, I think 8 sounds right.
So it was super short and snappy. And that's now why our attention spans are non-existent.
Or the way they are today.
Yes, because we were liking Vines and R.I.P. Vine, because I still repeat some of my favorite Vine quotes today. So
yeah, I feel like I missed out.
You definitely did. It was a moment in time. It was like the shortest lived social media app that was so beloved by everybody.
What even happened with it? Like, why did it go away?
I honestly, I can't remember, but if something about, was it like bankruptcy or something? I don't know, but something happened where the owner, it just shut down. I don't even remember at this point. I just remember being so upset that it shut down.
RIP.
Yeah. And then finally, this one, which is like so off the beaten path. It's so random. But if you know, you know. Dub Smash.
And I don't know.
Dub Smash was it. Okay. I used to not post these videos, but make these videos in the app, and they were lip sync videos. Okay. So like you could lip sync to your favorite TV, movie, random meme that you can think of. So very similar to TikTok's model, but you didn't have to post. You could in fact just download it. So I would download those videos and we would share them within our friends group chat. And it was fun because it was...
That sounds fun. It sounds like a little less serious because you weren't posting it.
Yeah, no, we didn't have to share it with anyone. We would just make the most random videos on there. Like even to movies and TV shows we'd never seen, but we just thought the audio was really funny. I have very favorable memories of Dub Smash, but now that's gone. Now TikTok's here. It's like the combination.
Oh yeah. We don't even know what the fate of TikTok will be at this point.
Yeah.
So
I swear, the US government, don't take my TikTok away. I am actually addicted. I swear.
Which is maybe the reason why they should take it.
Yeah, actually.
No, I mean, I don't want it to go away, but.
I don't either, but maybe I would touch grass more if it got taken away.
The sun is shining, Morgan. Go outside.
I know. Get the sun on my skin.
Yeah.
I'm not being this pale white anymore. Oh gosh.
Okay. Tell me of like both of our generations, what trend would you keep? Or like which one do you think we should bring back?
Okay, 100% from yours, bandage dresses.
Yes.
Bring those back. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, they were a moment. I feel like every woman in her 20s had a bandage dress. They were really like very flattering on everyone. They just like held you in. They made you look curvy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is they're just so flattering.
Yeah.
They came in different styles and colors. And honestly, like, yes, they maybe are a little more like clubby wear, but you could wear them to a restaurant. You could wear them out. Like, I mean, obviously don't wear them to the workplace, people, but I'm all for the bandage dresses. Like, bring them back, but just let's not pair them with the stiletto heels. Like, let's change the heel style.
Yes.
Many
an ankle were snapped wearing those stupid heels.
Yeah. And I'm okay. I like my ankles, so
yeah.
I'll keep them. Thanks.
Okay, I'm trying to think. From me, I kind of think that it would be some of just like the more relaxed posting and being less curated and like caring less. Like just posting because you're excited to share something and not having to put like so much thought into it, you know?
Yeah. No, let's post random selfies with our friends.
Or like your latte, if it was really delicious or it was really cute. Like, what's wrong with that? Bring that back.
Yeah. Mirror selfies, random stuff, like jumping pictures.
Yeah. Let's make it fun again.
Yeah. Bring back fun Instagram. I'm such an advocate for that because honestly, it's not that serious. Like,
yeah, it's not.
No one even sees my Instagram posts anymore. This isn't a plug. This is just facts. Like, my friends barely see my Instagram posts. So if you start seeing me posting random content, this is why.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
To get eyeballs back on your content.
You know, so true. You know, I think it's just like, it's fun. Like, Instagram used to be like just for all fun and games. And like, it was for people to test out new creative ideas and things. And I feel like now it's just all the same. So yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah. Be more free with Instagram.
Yeah. 100%.
Or like, let's come up with a new something, social media app, you know?
I would be okay with that. I'm sorry, Instagram. But
that's like more casual.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's going to be really hard to rip people away from like what they think Instagram is. And like, it's so many people's livelihood. Like, I think it's going to be hard to kind of change the culture of Instagram, but maybe there's, you know, space for something new.
I'd be interested.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would fund it, but
with what money?
But I would be one of the first to join. So
I'd be there.
Yeah. If you're creating something, reach out to me. I'll be interested.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about your generation?
Things that I would keep from mine, two things. Love the boho everything.
Yeah, agreed.
We've had so many conversations about this, but this is one of the things I'm so excited about coming back. Like bell sleeves, just like fun patterns, and it just is so casually perfect to me. Like the fringe, I love it all.
Mm-hmm. I want like the waves, like the mermaid waves, a little less perfect, embroidered details. Yes. Yeah. I want that to be, well, I mean, it's here, but like I want it to stick around.
Yeah, it speaks my love language, I think.
Yeah.
It's just like perfectly, I don't know, it's everything I dream about. It's
like a little effortless.
Yeah, and I think going off of that too, effortless, I do think there is parts of the grunge style that I did like as well, and it was that like effortless feel where it was like the shirts were like graphic tees and a little ripped and just wasn't trying too hard.
Yeah.
So I think most people live in their sweatsuits, which, you know, I'm not against at all, but I think part of the reason people don't maybe dress in like jeans or some other things now, yes, partially because of comfort, but also because there's like a lot of pressure on like putting together looks.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with bohemian and grunge more styles, it's way more effortless than
more like less thought out, more casual.
And I just like the look of it, so I will happily be, you know, buying more pieces. You will catch me at Free People.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little...
Take all my money, Free People.
Yes, please.
And Anthropology, really.
Yeah. Facts.
Okay. Let's dive into unhinged trends of today. Like, what trends do you think are not going to age well? Specifically, let's start with fashion.
Okay. I 100% think the fisherman aesthetic needs to go.
Agreed. Yes. Bye-bye.
I genuinely thought Pinterest was joking. I thought they were pulling a prank on me when I read it. I was like, there's no way. Right? Like, I know they're trying to elevate like coastal grandmother.
Is it elevated though?
It's not.
No.
It's the worst version of coastal like grandmother.
Fisherman grandpa.
Yeah. We just were in Anthro the other day, speaking of anthropology, and I saw this like heinous pair of bottoms, and they were like tied knots, like rope knots.
Oh no, I just bought like a sundress that had like knotted shoulder ties.
Okay, that's different though. This was like a printed rope over and over again on this pair of shorts.
Okay, like a print of rope.
Yes. It was like a fisherman knot repeated.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I was like, why? Like, what's the point of this? Like, I'm okay with navy and white stripes. Okay. Yeah. Classic
nautical. Yeah.
Yeah. We're okay with that. That crabs, lobsters on shirts, they've got to go. You'll not catch
unless you're like a little boy shopping at J. Crew, then you can wear your little crabby shorts.
We're okay with kids wearing whatever. They get to wear whatever because they're children.
They have a pass. Yeah.
Yeah. They get to wear crazy colors and mismatch and do whatever. But I will not be wearing a crustacean themed anything. So so sorry, but you won't catch me doing that.
I don't blame you. I don't think I can get down with that either. Another trend I don't think is going to age well is the barrel leg jeans.
Unfortunately, no.
I have a pair, so I don't want to like speak too ill of them, but I just think that in a few years, because I mean, they're already kind of questionable. I think sometimes they can be cute. Sometimes it's just like so exaggerated. It literally looks like you just got off a horse and you're like waddling. And I think that's the version that we're going to look back on and be like, why did anyone wear that?
No, 100%. The first time I tried some on, I was like, pew, pew. Like I felt like I was like,
Wild West, baby.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a cowboy now. Like craziness. I did not. Just recently I bought a pair. They're like a little less barrel leg than other pairs, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna age well, just because they're very much a fad. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun for now.
You have to kind of at some point, like, you know, you're gonna hate what you're gonna wear in like 10 years regardless.
For sure.
So you kind of have to just have fun with it.
Yes. Make fashion fun again.
Yeah. Make fashion fun again. That and Instagram fun again.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We've got platforms to stand on now.
Yes, 100%. Basically what I'm hearing is like we're going to just start going chaotic crazy on everything. Well, maybe not Lauren, maybe just...
Yeah, we're revolutionizing now. No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. we're not actually going to be revolutionaries, but it's fun in theory.
So. It is. Yeah. One thing we will not be revolutionizing, though, I don't think, is makeup. Because I think we both agree that like makeup of today it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's subgenres, but everyone has their like category that they can fall into. But I mean, what's really popular right now is minimal casual makeup. Mm-hmm. Which is what we both like.
Yeah. I love the clean girl aesthetic. I love like the glowing skin, actually being able to like see your skin, not matte, like let your skin breathe, seeing freckles. Like I love all of that.
100%. And I also like the Scandinavian trend that's popping right now. They look bronzed, extra blushy, beautiful. I'm okay with it. Let's keep it up.
Yeah.
Everyone lets their, inner beauty like shine, and it's really refreshing.
Yes. I love that. Okay. What about social media trends of today?
Okay. People are going to come for me with this one, and it's not that I don't do it too, because I do it too, but the lip sync videos, they're just not going to age great.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is, yeah, I mean, we even look back to like 2019 when TikTok was really starting up, and already people hate, half of the content that was put out then. So again, imagine in another 10 years what it's going to look like.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I don't think anyone looks cool, really, doing lip sync videos.
No.
Like we do them for fun. Like I do them too. So I'm not going to totally hate on it. But I think there is just like a cringy element.
Oh, 100%. You definitely don't do it to look cool. You do it because it's like trendy, it's in. Mm-hmm. But again, it's just, it looks like you're trying to be an actor or an actress, but like maybe not the best one. It's okay. We're all over exaggerated. We're fun, but yeah, maybe try better next time.
What I would like to see a little bit less of is recording everything. Like I'm down with the vlogs. I'm down for seeing true life. Like let me into your life. I would love to see little snippets and bits of your real life, but it just feels overdone when you're like setting your camera up to cry about something. Like don't come for me. I just find it like so uncomfortable. Like I don't think we need to make everything that's private public for everyone to see. I'm going to call out someone who I adore, but it has to be said, like Kat Stickler the other day, I was scrolling Instagram and she posted a video after she accidentally hit a squirrel in her car. And while I sympathize because I have been there and it is an awful feeling. And I literally, the last time I did it, I pulled over and called my husband and cried, but I called my husband and cried. I didn't like pull out my phone and a tripod and start recording a video and post it on social media. Like there needs to be a line somewhere.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I saw that video too. And while I feel for her because I've also done the same thing, totally have cried because I've hit a squirrel, RIP squirrel. It's hard for me to get by. Like it started with everyone on Snapchat posting their every thought and feeling. And then it's just translated to TikTok and Instagram where people are posting these videos of like real raw moments. Mm-hmm. And while I do commend them for maybe sharing something that's like vulnerable, I think there is a time and a place for it. Like not everyone has to know your emotions all the time. And that's okay. Like, yeah. I mean, maybe have your private time.
Yeah, like call your girlfriends. Rely on your in real life people. Like,
yeah, and they'll support you. Maybe they'll, bring you a coffee or something, or they'll just like
send a sweet text. Like give you some real life love. I don't think we need to be posting everything.
No, I agree with that. Like let private moments be private.
Yes,
we'll be better for it. Actually,
yeah, I think it is like seriously messing with our mental health to see this like range of emotions when we're like scrolling.
Yeah, no, and we've talked about it too. It like makes you feel really happy one moment and then you see something super sad, so then you feel really sad the next moment.
Yeah,
and that just cannot be good in the long term.
No, I don't think it is.
But I do think on a positive note that people are starting to get somewhat better with that, like them not sharing their kids as much anymore. Like people are trying to protect their privacy a bit more, and I do respect that. So
yeah. I think it is taking a turn for some people. I think just we're waiting for more to get on board.
Yeah. No names.
No one will be named.
No names, but just like, please, maybe consider that next time before you post. Does everyone need to know about this? It's okay. We've all done it too.
We've done it. Everyone's been there, but let's rein it in. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, let's wrap it up with what trends that are current do we want to be like long lasting? Like, what do you think is going to stick around?
Okay.
Or what do you want to stick around?
Again, fashion's so cyclical. So everything, it's going to like go and come back. And I get that. There's a time and a place. But I am so into the tall black boots trend. Mm-hmm. I love them.
Classic.
They are classic. They pair well with jeans and dresses and skirts, and they look good on everybody. Like, I think that's what I love so much about them is they're perfect. They have a great way of dressing up and elevating an outfit. And I really love seeing all the girls wear them on the weekends out now with, again, the new going out like uniform for these young girls is like a black mini skirt with the black boots.
Love it.
It looks so feminine. Again, I think it looks good on everyone. And I just really love like playing with my feminine side more and more in fashion. And again, flattering. So you really can't go wrong. Like, I don't think that's one of those things I'm going to look back in years and be like,
show those legs, girl.
Yeah. Like the 60s mini skirts.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, that's like another one, but like I love the mini skirts. So the mini skirts plus the boots, perfect pairing in my book.
Yes. Classic. Yeah. Another thing that you can never take from me, please, is sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with my sneakers. I have an obscene amount. I realize this, but I just wear them like almost every day. And I love that fashion has changed so much and the sneaker has evolved so much that it's not just like something that you wear to work out in. Like, there's so many different styles. There's like the slim sneaker, there's like chunkier dad sneakers, there's like the athletic sneakers. Like, there's truly an option for like every outfit, and you're just never going to take my sneakers from me.
Yeah, I think sneakers, they really started to become popular so many years ago at this point. I don't see them going anywhere.
I hope not.
I think people live for a fun sneaker. I mean, every season that's far, I feel like there's like talk about a new sneaker that's in.
Yeah.
And
I'm collecting them all. It's like, what is it, Pokemon?
Yeah.
Collect them all. I will.
No, I think that's the thing is like, it's almost like you can never almost have too many sneakers. I mean, we wear them every day. It's a versatile option, obviously. The Sambas have recently been getting the most love, but again, like if Sambas aren't your thing, there's 5,000 other options to choose from.
For sure.
And between the two of us,
I know. If we only wore the same shoe size, imagine what we could do.
I know that our closet would be like Barbie closet. It would be never ending.
Oh my gosh. This just totally reminded me. Ellie yesterday was watching the Barbie Netflix series with Closet.
Yeah, I love Closet.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, what are you talking about?
If you know, you know. Like, and the evil button was hit, and Closet would not let Barbie wear the capris that she wanted because they were not the right length for her.
So real.
Yeah, that's just a tangent that my mind went on, and I had to take you there with me.
No, here's the thing, though. Really quick side note. Closet wasn't wrong. Those capris were not hitting the right length on Barbie. Sorry, Barbie.
And now capris are trying to come back?
No.
The
only person I've ever seen them look good on, and this is this one girl, Ashton Earl, Alex Earl's sister. Mm-hmm. But when she wears them, she looks so effortless and cool. But yeah, only girl I've ever seen that I'm like,
Audrey Hepburn.
Okay, that's true. No shade to Aubrey.
She was a queen in her capris.
Yeah, we love Audrey as well in this house. We stan Audrey Hepburn. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, that's not for me.
No, not for me.
On to the next.
Okay. Well, this was such a fun episode. I'm so glad that you tuned in with us.
I know. We've been talking about this for so long. So the fact that we got to sit down and start this with you guys is just so exciting, and I can't wait for more.
So be sure to stay tuned. You can follow us on social. We're at SIStuationship on both TikTok and Instagram. And you can also follow us on our personal Instagrams. Mine's at Lauren M. Dix.
And mine's at Morgan Ashley Shoffin.
Thanks again for being here.
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.